Okay, so I'm back at the Edinburgh Castle. In video 1 we saw Julian's sugar-cured venison with smoked yogurt and pickled shiitake mushrooms. And in video 2 we've now got their pork jowl, which is insane, and with Mcr Union lager as well. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. Right, so for the main course we are doing today our smoked pork jowl with creamy blue, pickled pears and crispy shallots. So what we do to begin this process is we take the whole jowl, and most people know jowl as just being the nice meaty cheek. What we do, we work very closely with the butcher's quarter, and to save on wastage we use the whole animal. What we do is we brine it in Mcr Union lager in a roasted hay tea, and we brine that for 48 hours before we sous vide it. And what we get once it's been pressed and crispy is this beautiful crispy pork jowl, which is fatty, it's meaty. It kind of complements the richness of the cheek, which we also serve as this nice sticky rib, which has been done in a cider glaze, which is just here. So to start, what we're going to do, this has been reduced in a cider glaze. Adds the nice apple notes to the pork. Citrus, sweet and rich.
That looks so good.
Like I said before, once this has all been rendered down, you're not left with a huge layer of fat. What you've just got is a nice fatty bit and that marbling that I showed you through the meat, which is kind of the fat's rendered out of it like you would have with a nice piece of Wagyu beef. It's just nice and juicy. So like I was saying there, you've still got the nice piece of jowl there, the cheek, and then you've got the nice fattiness. We've done the mash with a creamy Garstang blue hint to it, which adds the bitterness, adds a bit of the richness, and kind of helps cut through the fattiness. What we also have then is some sherry pickled apples, which are just a really simple pickle, nice and acidic but still keep the freshness. These are some Asian pears, which just have a slightly more bitter note from the skin, which just help with the extra added richness of the sticky cheek. To add a bit more texture, we've just got some nice bare battered onion shallot rings, some crispy sage, which again adds the herby note to it, but also gives you that kind of slight acidity and bitterness. And that's our dish, our smoked pork cheek with creamy blue, pickled apple and crispy shallot.
So we're going to make a mess of this beautifully presented plate and then have it with the Mcr Union lager.
That's it. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
No worries.
So while you're talking into that, this beer used the Central European hops, so it's got like this really nice sort of earthy bitterness running through the beer. Big flavour, big body to the beer through the decoction mash process. So this is just going to carry all the way through the dish and make well, I hope so anyway. So let's tuck in.
It's such a homely dish, you know. It's all those kind of like braising meat flavours and textures you expect, but the jowl, the fattiness of the jowl is kind of something a bit different, a bit special. The acidity. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good.
Yeah, so kind of what I was thinking, I mean, all the different aspects of the dish, there's like, you know, there's a sweetness around that sauce. What's in that sauce?
That's the cider pork shoe.
Yeah, really nice. And then the creaminess in this, it's all just falling apart. And then, you know, that's, I guess, all the slow cooked meat.
That's it, yeah.
And then just this little, it's almost like the bitterness in this, or the herbiness is almost like tying a line right.
Well, that's it, and that's, I guess, what this dish kind of lacks on its own is a large amount of like herby, earthy notes, and the kind of European hops give it that herb, you know, to take on top of the sage, which is like a classic deep, heavy herb. The hops just kind of push that even further through it, which is amazing for it. And you wouldn't find that in any wine that would kind of be able to match to it like that,
It's just like comfort refreshment.
Yeah.
Comfort refreshment.
Perfect, eh?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so if you're again back down at Edinburgh Castle, make sure starters, sugar cured venison with the wild IPA, and absolutely if you want a bit of a comfort hug, this pork jowl, and wash it down with a really refreshing Manchester Union lager.
Bang in that, yeah.
Great. Thank you very much.
Nice one, man. We do one of them, don't we?
Cheers.
No worries.
Thank you. Okay, so 2 cracking dishes paired with 2 cracking beers. Julian's really trying to do something different at Edinburgh Castle, so I really recommend that you get down, try the beers, try the dishes with them, and let me know what you think about them. Cheers.